Alright, so I know two sidekick rappers. First Stunner for Vegas, we know that shit already. And who's that nigga? Yeet was with well, the person that was with Yeet, I forgot the nigga name, bruh. Oh my gosh, bro, that nigga, I forgot the nigga name. That's so much, yeah.
The artists, others describe them as the artists who never fully got to get
put them up on here.
For some, they've been able to step out of their partner's shadow and had a respectable career, and for others, a more tragic and sinister turn. We're gonna dive into the real reason why DaBaby's rising star mysteriously disappeared from the rap scene just as he was taken off.
He wasn't
what about
rapper.
YB and Amir, where he tried putting these boys onto a rap career, but this idea ended up flopping harder than Soul Train.
When I glide, I slide, my slip around.
Or even NBA Youngboy's affiliate. How did this 60-year-old kid who looked up to him apparently get Youngboy's sister pregnant?
Man, you stupid!
What the fuck?
Bitch!
In today's video, we're gonna get into it all. So sit back, relax, as we discuss the sad reality of being a rap sidekick. Alright, let's get into it. So around the same time DaBaby was blowing up, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing Stunner for Vegas. Born and raised in North Carolina, before he met DaBaby, Stunner had been grinding at a rap career since at least 2014. He began to pick up some traction though after releasing a series of mixtapes in 2017, including Stunner Season and 4-Way or No Way. And this collection helped him to grow a local buzz. During these times, he was doing shows for as little as $200. And I guess DaBaby noticed how hungry Stunner was and decided to change his life forever. Back then, DaBaby was also just another rising star out of North Carolina, after going big when he released his album Baby on Baby with the song Shook. Though DaBaby signed to Interscope, DaBaby started his own establishment, $1 Billion Baby Entertainment. DaBaby wasn't only getting attention from his single, but also after killing a man in Walmart in 2018, but cleared up all charges out of acting out in self-defense. And it was situations like this with DaBaby's wild behavior that ultimately affected not only DaBaby's career, but Stunner's too. Even though DaBaby respected Stunner's grind and hustle, he wasn't giving out no free handouts. DaBaby treated him like a regular and still charged him for that feature.
It's just about business, done, Ned.
After working on a couple tracks, they formed a solid relationship where DaBaby practically took him under his wing. The song Animal was released, and after going viral, gaining 60 million views on YouTube, Stunner became a recognized face on the rap scene. With this new success, DaBaby pushed him to release even more new music. He eventually signed him to his label, but since DaBaby was signed to Interscope Records, they had to break Stunner a deal too. And DaBaby wasn't playing around, he was standing on business heavy, making sure Stunner got paid nicely too. And he did, and maybe too nicely, because with this newfound fame and money, Stunner was becoming cocky and reckless, causing unnecessary altercations at shows, so much so that the police had to stop him from performing in certain areas. And can we really be surprised? Like, with DaBaby's influence, these two were literally two menaces stirring up controversy at any given time. In October 2020, while at a music event, multiple shots were let off in the same location where Stunner and DaBaby were at. And according to reports, a woman had been shot. Stunner then posted a video of DaBaby throwing cash in a Louis Vuitton bag. Though they were not involved in the shooting, it seems like the pair had a connection to what went down, bearing in mind this shooting took place in North Carolina. Stunner was still going crazy in the booth though, despite all the drama, and released Rich Youngin, his second studio album that peaked at number 29 on the Billboard 200. The same year, Vegas had his first Billboard.
And I was listening to his shit. His shit was like, he wasn't bad like Yeat's homeboy. Where the fuck is that nigga at now, bro? Somebody tell me who the fuck that nigga is. I looked this shit up myself or some shit.
With charting song as a solo rapper and his second overall with Go Stupid. The thing is, Stunner was actually making his way to the top, forming his own solid fan base and gradually separating himself from the DaBaby sidekick narrative. However, when things went left for Stunner was around the same time things went left for DaBaby. So back in 2021, DaBaby said some pretty controversial things at the Rolling Loud Festival. He faced immense backlash from the media, making homophobic claims and being insensitive to those who had HIV and AIDS. And by the time the news is spread, the whole world wanted DaBaby cancelled. Ultimately, this made him lose deals with Boohoo and a lot of shows, cancelling his performance at Park Live, iHeartRadio Festival, and Music Midtown. Not only did this hurt DaBaby's image and reputation, but this also hurt his pockets too, apparently losing over 20 million in deals.
That nigga lost so much fucking bread with that shit. Just, you should just kept your mouth closed, my nigga, cause goddamn. That shit.
With a financial burden, DaBaby had less money to spend on his artist careers. Don't get me wrong though, DaBaby still had a lot of money in the bank, but before he could take care of his artists, he had to take care of himself first. And with Stunner standing right next to him, the reputation of DaBaby definitely would have impacted him too. And who wants to be associated to the person everybody doesn't like? It'll make you look bad too, right? In the end, Stunner had to protect his own bag and let Stunner and DaBaby go in their separate ways. DaBaby also had to let go of his other artists he signed to $1 Billion Entertainment, and said he's never signing another artist again.
Gee, well, you know what? I'm tired of your presence. Dismissed.
The sad truth is, the baby was the driving force to Stunna's success, and without him, he became a forgotten artist. With the added factor of the recklessness and cockiness he was involved in, he knew it was time to step back from the spotlight.
Seeing myself like getting a big hit, I seen myself doing shit I wouldn't normally do, like I'm following niggas that ain't have as many followers as me, like shit that didn't matter. I wasn't the one creating this narrative either, but I'm just saying, like I just seen myself doing a bunch of lame shit that I would never do. Like, I'm like, man, I need to step back. Like going to the one way every day, hanging with the bros. Oh God, nigga went and going to the studio. Or
so you took like a self-reflection type thing.
Hell yeah. It wasn't just like me saying, oh, I'm tired of everybody. It was like,
Though a rapper who never even got the chance to have a spotlight is all thanks to YB and Namir. You see, the YB and Namir crew is a clear example that
I'm so glad Cordae left that shit when he did, but still though, Cordae is his potential still. He got a lot still more potential left to go, but it's like god damn, I don't know. But YB and Almighty J, that shit dead.
just because that one kid in the friendship group says let's start a rap career doesn't actually mean you should. While YB and Namir, Almighty J and Cordae were blown up through 2017 to 2018, if you wasn't getting distracted by all the prop guns in the music videos, you definitely noticed the curly head white boy on the sidelines. From the very start, it was always hard for people to take the YBN group serious, mainly due to how they met over GTA 5 online, rapping about gang activities. Plus, they all look like they were no older than 12 years old. So this is YBN Manny, and is apparently YBN Namir's first cousin, and decided to put him on to rap.
I used to fuck with that YBN shit so hard back in high school, but I think it was sophomore or freshman year. Boy, I used to fuck that. I used to be repping that shit, boy.
To be fair, the YBN group seemed promising at first. They had a growing buzz and didn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. But like any rap group, it was only a matter of time before they ran into individual clashes. YB and Namir seemed like he put more effort into boosting his friends' careers rather than his own rap career. Instead, he took the route of posting pictures of his girlfriend all day on IG. Namir helped Manny kick off his first tune, Manned Up, in 2018, and it's actually a pretty decent track, but after this, he stopped making music. Like, literally, this is his only song until like 2020. Initially, everyone was surprised to see him make music. Like, just look at these comments. And the main reason why no one suspected him to make music is because no one really cared. During the height of YBN, everyone was focused on Almighty J, Namir, and Cordae. With him getting overshadowed, he probably felt like there was no place for him being one of the main members. Because simply put, it was like this: YB and Namir was the leader of the group, the boss nigga, Almighty J was the cocky and wild one, whilst Cordae was the calm lyricist. And is likely why the group split in the first place. Cordae started doing his own thing and gained success with it. Then after the rumors came out about the group splitting, when Cordae dropped YBN from his name. As for Namir, he was hurt by this and he dropped less music, and when he did, we got shit like this. Yeah, YB and Namir ain't coming back from that one. Almighty J turned against Namir too and started beefing with him,
headache, bro.
Also focusing more on a YouTube career. As for YB and Manny, it seemed like he distanced himself from the YBN crew as well. The exact reasons for his separation were not explicitly stated, but like the others, it was mainly due to artistic and personal differences. Sometimes having differences can ruin healthy relationships, and when you're not in the spotlight but someone around you is, it leads to jealousy. And in the case of NBA Youngboy and P Youngin, that's exactly how it was. So P Youngin, who was signed to NBA Youngboy's label 4K Trey, grew up not too far from Baton Rouge. P Young didn't have a father figure in his life, and like with most growing up in a rough neighborhood, he turned to the street to provide for his family. According to him, he was rapping since 13, and by the age of 16, he got noticed by Youngboy, signing him to his label. Undoubtedly, P Young definitely looked up to Youngboy. Like, the similarities are uncanny. NBA Youngboy saw him like a younger brother and didn't want him to get caught up in the streets, going as far to hand him a $100K deal and give him a Corvette just to go back to school. But that didn't last long though. P Youngin started riding half 4K Trey, Listen Dead and Alive Ops, including Youngin Ace and JD Youngin. The Baton Rouge community has lost a lot of members to gang violence, and all of a sudden, recently, Youngboy has been promoting the Stop the Violence movement, telling young street niggas to put down these damn guns.
Bro, that nigga Youngboy was promoting Stop the Violence for like fucking one month, probably 1 month tops. And then went back to that gang shit.
Hey, stop the violence.
Maybe it was trauma, or maybe he was just clout chasing, but P Youngin wasn't just with all the beefs getting squashed. I went completely against what Youngboy was preaching. Instead, he wanted to do the opposite and boost the violence. I feel like P Youngin was assaulted by what YB was saying, like P Youngin had lost a lot of friends to the streets, and the last thing he wanted to do was squash beef. Plus the fact that Youngboy is all the way up in the hills, away from all the madness, it's easy to say put the guns down. Ultimately, Youngboy was a sellout in his eyes. P Young even took it as far to play King Von and Lil Durk tracks on his IG Live. Obviously, this is a wild move as Youngboy has been beefing with Durk heavily ever since Von got killed in 2020. So all of a sudden, the person that P Youngin looked up to and got put on by was now listening to his main op. P Youngin also started beefing with another 4K Trey member, Lil Dump, where further rumors were spread within the camp that P Youngin got dropped by NBA Youngboy. Not only this, but had to hand his chain back in.
Oh my God.
At first, P Youngin denied all of this, but a couple weeks later, he admitted he was no longer 4K Trey, so something definitely went down behind the scenes. To add fuel to the fire, P Youngin has also been messing around with Youngboy's sister for a while now, ever since he announced he wasn't part of 4K Trey. And there's even news that she's pregnant now. Honestly, it just seems that P Youngin was looking for erection after getting dropped. Low key, P Youngin wants to be Youngboy really badly. Like, he's obviously got his mannerism from him and even how he talks, despite this being a Louisiana accent.
You letting somebody put a lick on your fucking head?
And even dating his sister. Like, bro, she even looks like Youngboy. He could have chosen any other girl but chose. And even dating his sister.
But it's not his sister.
Like, bro, she even looks like Youngboy. He could have chosen any other girl but chose her.
You don't find that suspicious?
With these stories here is a key reason why carving out your own identity is important in the music industry.
Yeah.
The rap industry is competitive, and you never want to be second best, especially when you have a massive potential. These artists face the unfortunate reality of being in the background, showing that others' personal conflicts and industry struggles can spill on over to you. Anyways, that's it from me. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see this channel grow, and until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.